Okay, well, we might as well start. Hopefully, Paul will join us shortly, but we're at session 25, and last time you guys traveled to Castle Ravenloft at the invitation of Strahd von Zarovich. Um, while you were there, you were hoping to find the bones of Argynvost, the Silver Dragon who headed the Order of Silver Dragon, so that the bones could be returned to their final resting place at Argynvost, which would hopefully then lift the curse of all the revenants there and allow you guys to collect the holy symbol of Ravenkind that you found um, in the mansion. So anyway, you arrived at Ravenloft in the carriage that Strahd so graciously provided. You came in through the front gate and made your way into the castle. Once you got inside, you heard organ music playing, and you were shortly approached by a dusk elf who was dressed in chamberlain's garb, and he indicated that the master was waiting for you in the dining hall. He led the way, and you noticed that whenever you got near to him, your heads were filled with the lamentations of many voices raised in torment. So you kind of kept your distance. But you weren't with him too long because it was just down the hall. He led you to the dining hall where you were greeted by Strahd himself. He welcomed you to his castle in celebration of his impending marriage in several days. You guys asked who he intended to marry, and he said his intended is Arena, and claims to have never heard of Vasilka, the bride that the abbot intended him to marry. You guys thought or asked what Arena thought of all this, and he just basically replied that she was indisposed, but would be joining you shortly. And after that, he laughed darkly and disappeared. And at the same time, this bone-chilling wind raced through, dousing all the lights, and you guys heard all the castle doors in the castle slamming shut. So after scurrying around with the organ in the dining room for a while, you headed into the castle and started exploring. Down a long hall, you found this dusty, apparently unused chapel to the Morning Lord, within which there was this dead body with a mace that turned out to be magical. There was also this magical 12-inch silver statuette atop the altar, which had a lot of nifty powers. So you took the statue but left the mace. Take the gun, leave the cannoli. You left the mace where I think, Rowan, you were saying that you didn't get a good vibe from it, so you decided to leave that where it was, even though it was magical.
Right. Yeah.
After that, you went up a circular stair that seemed to go on forever, eventually winding up atop one of Ravenloft's tallest spires, and perched amongst the rafters there was this small man about the size of a child who, on closer inspection, looked to be some sort of a clockwork construct made to look like a court jester. Inscribed on him in small letters was a name, Piddlewick II. You didn't get any kind of verbal noises coming out of this thing. It didn't speak, but it did respond to you in a friendly way, apparently. And so you asked if it wanted to come along with you, and it nodded enthusiastically. So it's been following along with you guys. You went back down the stairs, went to the lower level, checked out the balcony above the chapel, where you got into a tussle with a couple of zombies whose body parts continued to be animated after you hacked them off, but you made pretty short work of them. You were asked Pedalwick where the dragon bones were, and he seemed to indicate that he knew where they were, so he started leading you around in different directions, and you guys weren't really sure if he knew that or if he was just trying to be helpful and really had absolutely no freaking idea where he was taking you. But you thought it was no worse than you just picking a direction at random, so you followed him. You went down this passageway with all these cobwebs and this fake vampire that Paul had a blast with, torturing you guys. He was riding it back and forth and finally got it to crash land and destroy it. Beyond that, there was a narrow room with two armored skeletons that you pretty much ignored. Beyond that was a large hall with a throne. You found a secret door behind the throne that just led to a hallway that you didn't really explore any further. When you asked Piddlewick what direction to go next, he indicated the stairs going down on the north side of the room. But before you went down that way, Jugs decided he wanted to check out the other door exiting the hall. And beyond that door was a room that was filled with scrolls, books, and chests. And at a desk, there was this elderly, haggard-looking human that was scrawling on a scroll. And as soon as you guys opened up the door, he just kind of screeched and grabbed this rope hanging nearby him and pulled it, which caused a large gong to sound throughout the whole castle. So Esmeralda came up and basically said, "Give me one reason why I shouldn't kill you," and he was just like begging for mercy, saying Strahd would be all upset if you kill him, and that it was his job to ring the bell if they're intruders, blah blah blah. But you guys pointed out, well, you were invited, and then he said, "Oh, well, you're as doomed as I am then, and none of you will ever be able to leave here alive." And so at that point, Esmeralda decided enough. She was going to go ahead and kill him, but before she could do that, a whole bunch of shadows suddenly appeared in both rooms, the main hall and the side room that you were in, and moved to attack you guys. So that's where we left off. Still no sign of Paul, so I'm going to go ahead and shift us over to the map.
Dun, dun, dun.
Not the map.
So is the initiative showing up for you guys?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure how that would work, but
No.
Showing Esmeralda
yeah.
first.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The map is looking all screwy for me, but I can see the turn order just fine.
I don't see the turn order.
The turn order should be in the lower left or somewhere on your screen, unless you moved it out of the way somewhere.
Yeah, you
I
might
see.
have.
Esmeralda
Oh, I see it now. I got it.
There we go. I got the map now.
Yeah, the map's super high. I mean, it's such a big-ass map, so it takes a while to load, but once loaded, it should
Where
be
are we
cached.
on this map?
You are in the lower left area of the interior of the castle. There's a big hall room and then a side room that you guys were positioned in.
I'm just gonna wait for a few hours. I rolled terribly. I don't remember.
Yeah, I
that,
remember
but
you guys
wow.
rolled. Except for Esmeralda, all you guys just rolled like crap. I think you like the 10 was the highest or so.
Woot.
Well, 10 is good for me, so
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
All right. Oh, I got to open Esmeralda. I forgot
Yeah,
to-
actually, I'm trying to think. Rowan, what is your dex?
0.
And Clytus, what's yours?
My bonus, you mean, or just
1.
my dex?
My bonus is 1.
Well, you're either. I mean, I'm
12.
trying to compare the two.
12.
I think Clytus, you would go
12.
before Rowan. Okay, so Clytus
Yeah.
would go before Rowan, and the shadows. Oops, that's Esmeralda. The shadows. Oh wow, they have a big old dex of 14, so they would go before both of you guys. All right. So,
Ooh, a lot of 10s going on.
yes, there are. So in any case, so Esmeralda was about to skewer this guy when all of a sudden these shadows appeared. So we're just basically going to pick up the initiative at Esmeralda's point at 17.
All right.
Why was it? I forget. Why was Esmeralda going to skewer this guy again?
Well, she was first. He pulled the rope that set off this big gong, and
That's it.
then you kind of went up and talked to him for a minute, and he was just all, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. And then you asked, well, we were invited here, and he's like, oh, you're damned, then you're never going to escape here the same as me, you're all going to die. And then you said, well, screw it, I'm going to kill him. So that was where we literally left it off. So if you don't want to kill him, you don't have to. You can do whatever you want. You are aware that suddenly these shadows have appeared all around you.
Shadows first, him later. She has... God, this is such a tiny window. Hang on. Trying to make her spell list large enough for me to actually read it properly. Okay, there we go. She will cast Mirror Image,
Ooh.
Nice.
which, how does that? I forget how it works now.
There's like three extra of you, and they have a certain percentage chance of hitting the real you.
Yeah. Kyle, do you have that on
I'll
your...
look it up.
Kyle, do you
Hold
have
on.
that on your spell sheet that you can click to pop up?
Mirror image?
Yeah, I thought you did, or maybe
Yeah, I
was-
do.
Okay, yeah, there we
There
go.
you go.
That's what I was hoping for. Because I'll need to keep looking back at that. And I think
Right.
when I hit you, you roll the d20 to see what I hit.
Yeah, you roll a d20 to determine whether the attack hits one of the targets instead of your duplicates.
Right.
And you should have 3 duplicates, so you need a 6 or higher to Change the attack's target to a duplicate.
And I think
What?
technically he rolls before you roll the attack because their AC is 10 plus Dex mod, so they don't get your armor
Right.
effects.
Well, basically, what I would do is roll, and you
Why
would.
did they make that so much more complicated? Everything else is easier, but that's complicated.
Well, it's a little bit more proactive in that you get to roll. It's like you're making kind of an opposed roll in a way. So the player who it's cast on gets a little bit more activity, but it's a little harder to tell what happens. I would use the same roll though, and you would just tell me if I'm hitting you or one of the duplicates, and then we'd figure the AC appropriate.
Sure.
But in any case, Esmeralda is now got a bunch of mirror images around her. Were you planning to move at all? The guy, except for a quill, he's unarmed, so he's not really threatening.
She jumps up on the table
Onto the desk.
with
Okay.
a flourish, and
You get boot
she
tracks all over
flourishes.
the stuff he was writing, and he's like, "No, don't disturb the books."
too bad. And she flourishes one of her 2 weapons, her +1 rapier.
Okay, so it's a magical rapier. Good to know. Okay, the guy, he actually, he moves around her and actually looks like he's going for the door. So he would be leaving Esmeralda's threatened area if she wanted to make an opportunity attack.
He's going for the door?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. She goes ahead and attacks. Let's do this one. Will this work? Yes, it will.
Oh, yeah.
18.
Yeah, no problem. You skewer him.
Okay. How do I do damage on this? There we go.
Okay, so did you want to
13
do...
magic piercing?
Yes, did you want to do lethal or non-lethal damage?
I'll do non-lethal.
Okay, so you basically, instead of severing an artery, you basically just kind of get him right in a nerve point in his spine that causes him to just collapse and fall upon the ground. So
All right.
he is unconscious now.
Suck
So-
it, Gramps.
Yeah, Gramps is now dust on the floor. Okay, now we got a shitload of shadows here. Let's see. So the first one is one of the ones in the room. North is shadow number 7. He's going to glide up to Jugs and say howdy.
I
And-
will ignore him.
Okay, that's fine.
That includes all attacks too.
Sure. You can pretend as much as you like. So he gets a single melee attack, which misses. And that was his turn. So, shadow number 2.
Like I said, I'll ignore his attacks.
Yes. Shadow number 2 is the one by Esmeralda. He will glide up and attack. Ooh, that is much higher. That would be 22 to hit.
Oof. Now you gotta roll, Tim.
Oh, yeah, so let's see which one
sorry.
I hit.
All right, so what do I just roll a d20?
Yeah,
Yep.
just 10.
So it attacks a duplicate.
So
It
it,
That's
attacks
over
a
a
duplicate.
6.
it definitely hits that AC, so boom, one of your duplicates is
Is
destroyed.
gone.
Yeah. So if you want to keep track with some kind of counter or token or
Yep.
something on
I'll
Esmeralda.
just remember you're down to 2.
Okay, so we're down to 2.
Otherwise, I think I added like colors below me,
Yeah.
Oh, I
like that, and
However
then
you
got
wanna
rid
do
of
it.
them as I lost them.
Sure.
I don't know.
There's not too many.
I always like. It's not too many, but if you get through a round with this many people, you sometimes forget.
Right.
All right,
Um,
done.
So that's Shadow 2. Shadow number 8. Let's see who he's going to go for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rowan. He glides up to you. And you're kind of in between squares here, so I'm going to adjust it slightly. And he is going to make an attack on you, Rowan.
All right.
9 likely misses.
Correct.
We've got another shadow on Esmeralda. Slides up and go ahead and roll the d20, Tim, to see who.
Yep, sorry.
Actually, it would miss anyway. It would miss a duplicate too.
Oh,
so
okay.
no big deal.
Never mind.
But we've got another one. She's being tag teamed here, so Oh, yes. And this one might hit, so go ahead and roll d20.
It hits one of her duplicates.
One of the
She's
dupes.
down-
Okay, so yes, another one is gone, so she's down to one dupe.
Yep.
And we've got another shadow up on top here. See if he's... Yeah, he's going to ignore the clockwork guy and also go down and attack Kyle. Or, excuse me, attack Jugs.
Yeah.
And he also misses. So, we're up to Clytus.
All right.
What do I want to do? These are shadows.
They are indeed.
I honestly cannot recall if I used Turn Undead today. Have I used it yet in the castle?
I
I don't think so. I don't believe so.
You ran into some
no, didn't we
zombies.
use- Yeah, that's right. Didn't we do it over here by the balcony?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I used it there, so I'm just gonna have to go old school. I will use my bonus action to cast, make my weapon sacred, which
Ooh.
gives me a +1.
Okay.
To attack rolls made with that weapon, it becomes magical for the duration, and then I hit number 5 twice.
Number 5 is not.
How are you
mine.
going to hit number 5?
Oh no, sorry, I don't need to do that because isn't this number 5?
I think that's
can't
9.
read
9.
that number.
That's
Nine.
It's a
I can't-
9.
On my screen, it's kind of blurry, so
Oh.
I don't know why. Everything's
Is there a
kind of blurry.
number 5? What?
I can't tell.
Did
Anyway,
we
but
kill number
The guy
5?
right next to me, number 5, is alive.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't need to do the secret weapon because
I
I'm going
don't
to use the
see
great sword
number 5.
instead. So the great sword is already +2, so I will not do the sacred weapon. 19 and 13, unfortunately.
Actually, that is enough. There you see.
It says
12.
up to 2 targets within 5 feet. So if there's 2 people next to each other,
Yeah.
you can hit them
Yeah.
both.
But this one isn't within 5 feet.
Well,
I'll remove
yeah,
it for next
yeah.
turn.
But I'm just curious if that's what if I was reading it correctly.
So either way, yes, you do a whole bunch of magical damage.
29.
And that gets past its damage reduction, or resistance. So you do full damage and destroy it. The
Yay.
shadow dissipates in a little mess of wispy smoke. So I'll just get him out of the way. And then, do you want to move at all? You're not in anybody's threatened area at the moment.
That's true, I'm not. I'll go up, stand next to Jugs, help him out.
Okay. Step up to the plate.
Yeah.
All right, Rowan, you've got a shadow right in your face.
Yeah. I do. So I am going to. Don't think I hit with that.
Nope. 12 is what you're shooting for. Okay. Then see, shadow number 9 is destroyed. So we're up to the last one in the room with Esmeralda. It will also step up and attack her. Oh, natural 1. Always misses. Okay, so now we're at Adrin. I gotta figure out what the hell
Look.
he would do.
I don't even see where his token is.
He's
I'm
right
going
at
to
the
be
bottom of the
honest.
room.
I'll tell you what Adrin would do. He would flank with Rowan and start beating up Shadow number 8.
Yes, yeah, I'm just trying
Because
to
he
see.
likes flanking. And I see that opportunity.
Okay, so I'm trying to see what he would do here. Yeah, probably R. I don't know, how many attacks does he get?
Yeah, that's a good question. I thought it was like 3,
3.
two, and then he
And then
Wasn't
he
it-
has a
2, but then he could use his thing to get 2 more. He was only
Yeah.
getting 3 when I hasted him.
I know, I'm not.
key points. Alright.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
he
gonna
could
track
spend
all
key
these.
points to get up to 4.
Right,
think
I don't
is
know though.
what it
He's got
was.
his key listed as 8, and I don't know if that's how many he's used or how many he has left. So I'm just
Oh,
not gonna.
yeah.
I'm just not gonna mess with the key. I'll just do 3 attacks.
Sure.
Let's see. See if this works.
I thought it was only 2. Can he do 3?
Well, he's the DM. He can do 3 if he wants.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what it is.
Well, I thought usually he gets 3 just because I haste him
You
all
can
the
attack.
time.
You can attack twice instead of once when you take the attack action on your turn. So it's normally 2, unless he does a flurry of blows.
Yeah,
So-
that's what I thought.
So okay, so it's just gonna be 2 attacks. So first one actually hits. So
Ooh.
that would be 6. Second attack misses.
No, he's got
He's
14
flanked.
because he's flanking.
Oh, that's right. He's flanking. So yes, he would hit on that one as well. So combined total of 12. All right, not enough to destroy it. So you know what? I'm gonna say he had a key point. He's gonna do 2 more unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Seems like him.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Whew,
Jesus
25?
Christ.
Might hit.
And yeah, both of those hit. And he's got enough bonuses. I don't even need to roll damage. He destroys the shadow.
Yay! Hey, what's the clockwork guy doing during all this?
Well,
His
it's not his
turn
turn
is
yet.
last.
Oh, okay.
He
Oh,
got a
so
3.
he is in the order. Okay.
So right now he's waiting his turn. But first, Jugs gets to go.
I didn't realize he
let's
was joining the fight.
I'm kind of impressed by how quickly we dispatched 2 of them.
Was that
So
a fluke?
Yeah, I'm wondering about that. The guy is dead, correct? There's
No,
nothing-
he's knocked out.
He's
He's
a-
just knocked out.
Unconscious.
He's
Yeah.
unconscious. Okay,
I did
just wanted
non-lethal.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that he wasn't normal. Because I was going to attack him if he was.
He's Abby something.
Abby normal.
Abby, normal. Okay, so I will attack. Since there's 4 of us out here and I can't move without getting an attack of opportunity, I'm just going to cast a firebolt at Shadow 3
Okay.
right there. Assuming that they'll help dispatch the other 2. And I will miss.
Zing. I won't have.
That was a 2.
Yeah.
I rolled a 2.
And so you've got a shadow on you, so you probably don't want to move. So.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just stay there for now, because I could move 1 spot, but 6 would get an attack then, or 8, or whatever that is.
Alright, so then we'll get to Pidalick. And what is his move? Oh, he's got a speed of 30, so he's not that slow. Okay, so he's going to double move over here and flank with Clytus.
Nice.
Then it's Esmeralda's turn, back to the top.
Alright, well now she has 1 left. She flourishes her magic hand axe in the other hand. And then she'll attack number 2. So 11 and 20.
11 won't quite do it, but the 20 definitely does.
6 points of slashing.
Okay. It hisses in this kind of steamy-like sound. And yeah, she can't pretty much go anywhere without drawing opportunity attacks, so. Unless she's got some ability that...
She is just gonna hang out and be awesome.
Stand her
Okay,
ground.
the old guy lays there unconscious. Now we're back to the
Yay.
shadows. Okay, so we've got 1 on Jugs. He's going to take another swipe at you. Natural 1, always misses.
All right.
The 1 on Esmeralda, upper right. Shadow 1 misses.
He's got flanking though, doesn't he?
Oh, yes. He does. Yeah, see if he gets... Go ahead and roll d20, Tim.
Okay.
See if he gets
Got
the
it.
shadows.
I think you have to get above an 11 now.
Yep,
Right.
and I do.
Oh,
And
there
there
you
goes
go.
the last one.
Okay, so he hit the last of her duplicates, so she's now solo. That shadow is destroyed. Another one on her, upper left, Shadow 1. That definitely still misses, no matter what. Shadow 3 on her.
Was that 2 attacks?
No, nope.
Because they're still flanking.
But the second attack still missed as well.
Okay.
So Shadow 3, flanking. Yes, this one definitely would hit. And
Alrighty.
No duplicates to get around. Wait, does 16 hit her?
Her armor class is 17.
Ooh, so she
Ooh.
just dodged that one.
Nice.
Although, oh shit, okay, so the advantage from flanking, though, second roll got a 21, so that would hit.
Oh, you know what I just realized, though, because I'm a moron? She gets 3 attacks.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you what, I'll let you let you take a reaction after this one's done.
Alright, sounds good. What the hell? That's not what I meant to roll.
Yeah, you didn't
Alright.
roll an attack at
No,
all.
ignore the man behind the weird mask.
Okay, so you get hit by one slamming attack by this shadow. So first you take 3 hit points of necrotic damage.
Ooh, kinky.
And your strength is reduced by...
Oh, I don't want to hear that.
just 1.
Alright.
Youch.
I don't want to hear that.
Nope,
Yeah,
they're
how do you
nasty.
think
Alright,
Esmeralda feels?
No. She doesn't like
Alright.
it either.
Yeah, it's
Um,
too bad you're out of my range of that warding flare thing.
She
So-
would have missed with the third attacks.
Yes. Yeah, 12's what you
Very
need.
much.
So then 6. We've got the one between Clytus and Pidlewick. Let's see. Yeah, he's going to ignore the construct and go after the dwarf. Oh yeah, another 21 to hit.
Oh,
I'm gonna make him what is that, a disadvantage?
Okay. In that case, 23 definitely hits. Actually, a 21. It would be the other one that already hit. So.
Yeah.
Worth a
Okay.
try.
So the damage from the attack would be 5 hit points, and strength damage is 2 points. Nasty strength drain. But now it's your turn, and you are flanking with Pidlewick.
Okay, so I don't take any. I just take 3 damage and nothing else.
And 2 strength.
And 2 strength.
Oh, and 2 strength. Bastard. That hurts, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep swinging. Swing away.
So a 16.
So what
and,
does that mean when
23.
it says up to 2 targets within 5 feet? What does that mean?
I have to remind me again where the hell that's from.
You gave me a description. This is that magic greatsword that one PO'd Death Knight,
Oh,
took
this
from
was
him.
from what's his name? Yeah. Okay.
the guy who hates Strahd so much.
Did I put that in your loot at all, or give you a handout for it or something?
No, you gave me this, which keeps coming up with the. You just had me write it in there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I don't know what up to 2 targets within 5 feet means.
Hang on, let me look this up. I just gotta pull up. That was Vladimir. What's his face? Hornguard. Let's see what he's got here.
And I assume I hit twice.
No.
Advantaged attacks. So 16 and 23.
Up to 2 targets.
Well, actually, that would be 15 and 22 because of my strength.
Oh yeah.
Well, no,
you
no.
lose 1.
No, actually, no, that is correct. I already did it on my sheet, so these are the correct rolls.
Oh, nice.
So
I'm not sure where the 2 targets within 5 feet comes from, actually. It's basically in the +2 greatsword entry.
Does his
Slashing damage.
greatsword have a name that you could look
No.
up?
No, it's not named. If the target is Strahd, the target takes an extra 4d6 slashing.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know where the 2 targets came
all
from.
right. Well, whatever. Then I hit this dude. And 29 damage.
29. Wow. Okay, you just slice right through that thing like butter, and it dissolves
Yay.
and dissipates. Yeah, they don't have a ton of hit points, but they're just nasty when they hit you.
Yep.
Okay, so this time you are in a threatened area, so you don't have a lot of freedom of movement, but you can move.
No, I'm good. Well, what square is he in technically?
Yeah, let me move. He's actually technically.
Can I move through Jugs here? I would not be leaving his threatened area.
Yes, technically you could without drawing an opportunity attack.
Then I shall do that.
All right. Then it is Rowan's turn.
Does that mean I can move in that square?
You actually could, yes, without leaving its threatened area.
Alright, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do my Radiance thing. Because it's every foe within 30 feet.
Can you bring up the description?
Yep.
Okay.
Wow, they are both darkness and a hostile creature.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, there's not. There's no specific rule that says that they get affected by this, but they definitely would be affected by the radiant damage.
Constitution
30
save.
feet. 30 feet. Okay, so
Yep.
the Shadows con save.
Hey, Paul's in.
Okay, give me a second and I will roll this. So all the shadows are within 30 feet, so they all got to save.
Yep.
What's the DC?
My DC is now. Let me look. Where is that spell? 15.
Okay. So first shadow failed, and it's vulnerability, so it would take 1.5 times your damage. Hey, Paul.
I'm really sorry.
No, that's my fault. I should have sent out a thing earlier.
Well, I had it on my calendar. I knew I had to play. I just bought a sit-stand desk. You could see it behind me, and I was putting it together, and I completely frickin' forgot about it.
No problem. We've
You only missed one round.
yeah, pretty much. Well, let me take care of these damage rolls, and why don't you guys fill him in while I'm doing that?
Well, you died.
Well, then I'm going to go back to hang out with my desk.
Yeah, first the good news.
All right, we'll watch.
Let's see. We just started the fight that at the beginning of the last round or the last game, we ended where a bunch of shadows popped out, and so we've just been fighting that fight. And we
also, these shadows, when they hit you, they take away strength. So.
Yes, so both Esmeralda and myself have taken strength damage.
Okay.
And you took out one shadow already.
Yeah.
And I took out 2.
Oh, I remember this now. Okay. And some creepy guy at a desk.
And I think Rowan's taking out a lot.
Oh, and
looks that way.
Esmeralda.
Yeah, Rowan's taking out a lot.
Taking out all of them.
Well, that ended the fight.
He just did a tactical nuke with his Radiant of the Dawn.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So they just basically all like shrieked and dissolved under the light of the Morning Lord. And,
What's the chance of that? Wow.
well, they all failed their save, and they were all vulnerable to radiant damage. They took
Nice.
yeah. Anyway,
But Esmeralda did non-lethal and popped the old guy in the back and knocked him out.
She booped him on the top of the head, and
And he went down like
over.
like a cheap suit.
so yeah, all the shadows are destroyed. So we can drop out of initiative now.
all right, go team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good strategic positioning by Rowan.
Thank you.
I think I managed to miss one attack that entire fight, and that was it.
So in any case,
You
yeah,
guys did good.
you're now in this room. Again, it's this room filled with scrolls and books and all these chests that look secured. And the old guy had been sitting at a desk and he had been writing something. Now Esmeralda has her boot prints all over it. And he's laying crumpled unconscious at right in front of the door leading to the east.
Will Lesser Restoration restore myself and Esmeralda?
I would think so. I'll double check.
I have that on my spell.
Ah, come on.
I have that prepared for today too. So.
I do too. Well, how about I do one, you do the other?
All right.
Okay.
You want me to heal you, and you can.
Yeah, why don't you heal me?
Actually,
and
hang
I'll heal
on.
her?
Lesser Restoration ends either one disease or one condition affecting it. The conditions can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
So no.
That's
no?
not,
Yeah, the Greater Restoration, I think, is what you're thinking of.
Okay.
So would a short rest give us our strength back?
Let me check the ability strength drain here. Until the target finishes a short or long rest.
All right, let's rest, boys.
Yeah.
So you're going to hole up in this specific room then?
For
Didn't
an
he
hour.
ring a bell?
Yes, he rang a
Yes, he
great
did.
big gong, and then that's when
Well,
all
it's
these
not like they
shadows
don't
come.
know we're here, though. I mean, we got greeted by Strahd. Everybody knows we're here. It's not like we've been sneaking.
Yeah, good. We're here beating people up, too.
Yeah. A
He
short
loves
rest
that.
is just an hour, right?
Yep, that's an hour. So you
With the
guys
sh-
going to go into this little room?
Yeah, I think we should go in that office room.
Yes, let's do that and rest for an hour.
Let's not wake that guy up yet.
Well, let's tie him up, though.
Yeah.
Somebody have a rope? I know that you've tied people up in the past. I just can't remember.
Yeah. I definitely have rope.
Okay. Are you going to look around this room at all, or?
I'm going to. I don't need a short rest. I haven't done anything useful.
Me either.
No, you killed someone at least.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, and you spent key points. I don't know if you knew that.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was running your character, and I just had you take out a shadow with a flurry of blows. You don't have to count it against your key points because I was just running your character. So
Okay.
Well, you can
I
take a
didn't-
short rest
I
and
couldn't
get it
tell-
back, I think, right?
well, I couldn't tell. I saw that your key points were at 8, but I didn't know if that was 8 available or 8 used.
Yeah, the total is 8 on top, and then the bigger number is what I have now.
What you have unused points. Okay.
Unused.
That's
yeah.
how
Okay,
I do it as
so
well.
we'll leave them at 8 because I would, like I said, I was DM's fiat. You got an extra flurry of blows. In any case, you guys search the room before bedding down for a short rest. Why don't you guys
Yeah.
each make a intelligence investigation check?
Ooh, that's going to be a good one for me.
Yeah, me
Don't
too.
worry.
Don't worry. Oh, hey, I rolled
Jugs.
well. Actually.
Okay.
With a
Jugs,
-1, I rolled well.
you were the first one to do this, so
Wow.
whoa, what the hell?
And Rowan too. Wow, with a 0, we have
And I
terrible
have a-
investigation.
Whoa! I just lost Tim's window.
Oh, Tim's gone. Yeah.
Yep.
What is the heck? Okay, let me just
Ah.
add him back.
It just crashed on him out of the blue. All right.
Yeah, his window just like jumped. There we go. I can see you, but not hear you, Tim.
Oh,
Oh, now
I
we can hear you. Now we can hear you.
but I only see you.
I don't see or hear him.
I don't see or hear him.
neither.
Bugger. Okay, hang on. Let me. Hang off. I'm gonna.
It was a soft crash. It just went away. It was kind of weird.
Oh, hang on, Tim. Nobody else can hear you, so I'm gonna.
Oh.
Can you hang up and try again?
Sure. Hang on. How do I hang up? There.
I'm gonna try adding him
Now
once
he's
more.
connecting. Yep, there he is. You're back.
Yay, that was weird. It just literally just went poof.
That's what you get for looking around.
I guess. Sheesh.
That'll teach you. Okay, in any case, so Jugs, while you're investigating, you find a book with a blood-stained leather cover.
Nice.
And it looks like the pages of this book have been hollowed out, creating a hole. And inside the hole, you see an iron key.
I'm going to pocket iron key.
Okay. The rest of the room, again, it's filled with books, scrolls, and these large wooden chests that look to be padlocked.
Damn.
I'm going to look at the chests. The padlock is locked on each of them.
Yes.
Or how many are there? I see like 3 or
There are
four.
four wooden
maybe?
chests.
Don't we have lockpicks?
Well, I have a key too that I can try. I'm just wondering if I should detect magic and see if they're trapped as well. Should I just try? I'm gonna try opening it with opening one of them with a key.
Okay. The lock or the key slides very smoothly into the lock and turns, and the padlock unlatches.
I'm gonna open it.
Sure. You open it up, and this chest is filled with thousands and thousands of copper pieces.
Woohoo, we're rich.
Uh-huh.
You figure there's about 10,000 copper pieces in there.
I'm just gonna open them all while everyone else is resting or whatever. While we're sitting around, short resting.
Yeah. Okay. So none of the
I
chests
can.
appear to be trapped. The second chest, there's another chest with another 10,000 copper pieces in them. Third chest contains 1,000 gold pieces, and the fourth chest contains 500 platinum pieces.
Wow.
And
So,
underneath, buried in the 500 platinum pieces, you also find another book.
I'm gonna look at the book.
Okay. It looks like a book talking about bodily health.
Okay.
It's going to increase your health if you read it, right? Something like that?
Depends on what you want to do with it. Right now, you haven't detected magic or anything, so you have no idea.
Yeah. I'm going to take the book for sure. Should I detect magic in the room? I think I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll detect magic and look around the room and see if I can find anything magical as well.
Okay, including the book, or
Yeah, I'm gonna obviously look at the book, but I think I can sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of me. So
okay.
I'll look kind of around as well.
Nothing else appears to be magical. There's possibly some faint magic involving the rope, but it's very faint. Definitely the book is magical.
Okay.
And if you want to spend your short rest kind of
I will do
tuning
that.
to it, you can basically identify what it is. It is actually a manual of bodily health.
I don't know what that is.
Well, it's in roll 20, I believe. Let me just double check that. Oh, it'd help if I search the compendium and not the...
Oh yeah.
Yep.
If you spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer studying the contents, your constitution score increases by 2. As does your maximum for the score.
So you could theoretically have a 22?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey,
So in
Clytus,
any case-
you want a book?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Who could get the most benefit from
Sure, I'll take it.
Constitution?
You guys.
Well, everybody would get a benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody. Benefit.
You get an additional 8 hit points.
Who would get the most benefit?
Well, let's all read it.
Yeah.
Well, no, only one person can.
Oh man.
It doesn't say that, does it?
I think you
does.
should let Piddlewick read it.
Fiddlewick, here's a book.
What if we all stand around and read it at the same time?
Right.
Oh, or we read it in the round.
Or
Or
read
we
it out
a
loud.
paragraph. Yeah.
You all would lose 2 points of intelligence permanently.
Oh.
But
So-
would we gain 2 Constitution in the
I'll
process?
take it if you guys are cool with that, but I don't want to take it if someone needs
I'm
it.
gonna be honest. Rowan and I get hit the least, so
Yeah.
Well,
someone
I only
like
have a
you
12
or-
Constitution, so having
Take
that would be nice.
Take it.
Yeah, you can have it.
So how long does it take to read this sucker?
It's gonna 48 hours within 6 days, so you're gonna have
alright,
we're gonna have to
So I got
do
to
it
start
some other time.
doing notes and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, taking some notes.
All
But-
right.
Yeah.
Also, can I pocket like a handful of platinum pieces?
I'm taking 50 platinum.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm going to take as money as I can stuff in my pockets.
Well, let's see.
This is the first. Honestly, this is the first money I think we've come across in the campaign, isn't it?
I believe
Just
you are
about.
correct.
Also,
Yep.
shit's super expensive, so if I can
Yes.
get like 50 platinum
No kidding.
pieces, I can actually buy
Money! I haven't seen money in months.
Oh,
the
we could each
55
take 100 platinum, I guess, right? It's 500, you said, right?
There you go.
There's 500 platinum, 1,000 gold, and then 20,000 copper.
I'm taking 100 platinum and
I'll
just
take
dumping
100
it in my.
I will take 100 platinum, and then I will weave the copper into socks. It's copper socks.
Regarding what?
Ever see those commercials for the copper socks?
Copper fit.
Yeah.
Brett Favre.
Yep.
In terms of weight, 50 coins weighs a pound. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's not so bad.
So that's 2 pounds worth of weight. If we take 100
But
platinum, that's
it
not.
depends. You have to have something to carry it in too. You're not just going to carry
That's
50
what I have a
coins.
back-
I
Backpack
have a
for.
priest pack.
I have a backpack.
I have a backpack.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you've got stuff that was in your backpack and you got another place to store it in, you can certainly put it wherever you want.
Well, 100 coins. I don't know how big they are, but that can't take up that much space. I wouldn't think.
Well, it'd be like probably like.
Think about like 100 pennies. That ain't that big.
Well, they're bigger than pennies. I mean, it's like we're not talking
Quarters?
precision instrument molded coins here. I mean, they're
It'd
like
probably be like 50-cent pieces, right?
I mean, this is 100 pennies.
yeah.
That doesn't take up much space at all.
No, not really actually.
So I mean, within a backpack.
So if you figure they're about twice the size of that, I mean, it's like Dave
Yeah.
said, it's like a silver dollar size. They're all, by the way, embossed with the visage of Strahd.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So
Whatever.
if they're twice that size, I guess it's like this. That's not much.
No,
Strahd bucks.
I think we can fit that in a backpack pretty easily without displacing much.
Jugs has one of those coin dispensers that he just fills.
I do.
Anyway, yeah.
Actually, I have a shit ton of empty jugs because I haven't been able to
Well,
find.
yeah, there
booze
you. It's like a
anywhere.
piggy
So I'll
bank.
just fill those jugs with coins around
Break-
my waist.
Break in case of emergency. There you go. And then you just make this your stealth would be like -40 when you move. Clang,
I have 5
clang,
empty
clang.
jugs because I haven't been able to find booze anywhere.
Well, now you have enough money to buy as much booze as you want. In any case, so you're going to spend an hour short resting in this place. I'm going to see if anything decides to stop by for a visit whilst you're resting. And it's just 1 hour, so no. You are undisturbed. You hear weird noises throughout the castle. Off and on you hear thunder from outside, but nothing immediately comes into the room to disturb your rest. And the old guy remains unconscious.
No.
So short rest is over. Piddlewick spends it just kind of wandering around looking at you guys in turn, and then eventually he just kind of sits himself down on the floor next to one of the chests.
Well, for a short rest, we don't have to sleep or anything, so we can like talk to him and stuff, right?
If you what?
Oh, but he doesn't answer questions. Nah, I don't even care. I'm gonna talk to him. He's annoying me more than anything right now. I'll just rest.
Anyone taking gold pieces or no?
I didn't take any, but if you want some, go ahead.
Yeah. I'll take a couple hundred of those too.
As expensive as everything is here, I feel like a platinum piece is going to be the minimum to buy
Right.
anything.
I think I've had this 30 something gold since I started the campaign, and
Oh,
Right.
I've been keeping track. I'm down to 6.
I have 55, and I don't think I could even buy anything with it, so I just held on
Yeah.
to it.
I had 22 and 2 silver pieces because I know I bought some stuff in the before.
Yeah, well, you guys had all that encounter with what's his name from the village of Barovia, who was kind of a dick.
At least
Yeah.
one of you bought a shovel at one point in time that was super
Yeah.
expensive. I remember that early on.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, the prices are inflated everywhere in Barovia, more so in village than in Vallaki, but everything's more expensive everywhere. So this, if you do need something, having the cash probably will help. But in any case,
Yeah, where do you guys want to go now? You want to go out that door? And do
Well,
wanna-
have we talked to the dude yet?
He's asleep still.
yep,
Yeah,
he's
well-
still,
Well, not
still
asleep,
unconscious.
Unconscious, yeah.
I could hit him. I could lay hands on him and wake him up.
I mean, do you want to waste your lay hands?
All right, we just drag his butt with us. I don't care.
Or, I mean, he can't. I mean, unconsciousness, if we understand correctly, is only like a matter of hours anyway. I mean, if we want to wait for another hour, he might wake up.
Or do you know, we could do a long rest, or we could just drag his butt
We
with
gotta
us.
do 48 hours of reading within the next 6 days
6
or
days.
whatever. So if you want to get like another hour in on your reading,
It's up to you guys.
I
Otherwise, I would just drag him with us.
Why do we need him?
We're gonna interrogate him.
Oh,
I was fine killing him. But if you want to interrogate,
All right, well, or we could just leave him. I don't care.
I'm gonna open that door that's next to the dude.
I think we should just leave him here. What's he gonna do?
Okay.
If you open the door to the right of him, it reveals a passage leading to a spiral
God.
staircase,
there are stairs everywhere in this place.
going both up and down.
Crap.
Ask that Piddlewick which way we should go.
He just kept going that way. He didn't actually know.
Oh, okay.
Well, when you asked him before, he indicated on the map that in that large hall you were in, he pointed towards the stairs going down.
Oh, this is going down.
Let's go down. F it.
Okay,
Ready,
whatever.
break.
Works for me.
All right. So you guys you're going to leave, what's his name? Are you going to untie him first?
Nah.
We need the
I'm-
rope, though.
If it's
right?
my rope, I'm untying him.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay. I'll see if he wakes up while you're untying him. Oh, actually he does.
Oh.
So in the process of untying him, he starts muttering, and then he sees you kind of standing over him, and he falls dead quiet. And just kind of looks around at you like he's waiting to die.
Who the hell are you?
My name is Leaf. Who are you?
Leaf Garrett? Is your last name Garrett?
Leif Erikson?
Leaf
No.
Erickson?
Leaf Lipsiege.
That's an unfortunate name.
Who are you? And what are you doing here?
We're the people who kicked your butt.
Well, yes, but why are you here in the treasury?
Strahd welcomed us here and said we would be meeting with Irina. Do you know where she is?
Irina? I don't know who Irina is. I haven't left this
She's-
room and I can't remember how so long.
Why?
Because Strahd would destroy me if I left this room.
Why?
Because he's
There
a
you go.
giant dick.
Where do you go to the bathroom then?
Yeah,
It's removed for me.
that's weird. You were about to leave the room when those shadows appeared.
Yeah.
Well, I had to get out because you were going to kill me.
Well, if he was going to kill you if you left the room, that seems like a dumb move.
At this point, I don't know which way is the right way to go.
Okay.
Why don't we leave the room and you stay here then?
That's a good idea.
Don't ring that gong again.
Why did you ring that gong?
Because I told you, Strahd instructed me to ring that if there were any intruders.
Well, nothing happened other than the shadows showing up. Clearly, he doesn't give a rip.
Okay.
When they say don't ring that gong, can I just light it on fire?
It's a gong. Would
it's-
that work?
I can light a rope on fire.
Oh, a rope.
Yeah, it is a rope. It's not a chain, so you could. It'd take a while, and I mean, it's not like
I have
covered
a
in
fire
oil.
bolt. Can't my firebolt just start it on fire?
It's not like an applied flame. It's just like a bolt of fire that hits something and does a little bit of explosive damage.
But I mean, it says a flammable object hit by this spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried.
All right,
I mean, I would say that's not being worn or carried.
sure. Make an
Shoot it.
attack roll. Make an attack roll.
Shoot it at the top.
Okay.
Where it connects.
Yep, you shoot the top of it. It catches fire. It burns, and the rope falls to the floor.
Yeah.
It's still burning.
Perfect.
Does
And
it
I'll
go
just-
on when it hits the ground?
No, it does not. Leaf looks down at it and says, Strahd's going to be very upset with you destroying his rope.
No, he's upset with you.
And then I'm gonna take that rope and I'm gonna untie him with my rope and tie him up with that rope.
I thought you burned it.
Well,
It
I mean, it
just
fell to the ground. I can stomp it out and
Yeah,
use it as a usable rope.
It's about 5 feet of rope. You could
I'm
maybe
gonna tie it around his neck as a noose.
Just leave him alone. Just leave him alone.
I'm gonna tie a noose around his neck with 5 feet of rope, and then we're gonna leave the room.
Okay.
All right, so you tie a noose around
Sending
his.
a message.
He doesn't say anything. He just kind of keeps his head lowered, and he like waits for you to either stop tormenting him and kill him or leave.
So I say, what is your name again?
My name is Leaf.
Or Leaf.
I'm
said
Strahd's
one thing.
accountant.
I just have one thing I need to say to you before we leave.
He
Wherever
looks,
you go, there you are.
he looks back down again.
Okay. Tuscarora.
Tuscarora. Okay.
Let's roll.
So you start to head to the stairs. You can go up the spiral staircase or down the spiral
We're
staircase.
going down.
Going down, 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 down.
In a burning ring of fire.
All right, let me copy all you guys.
We're in a burning rope of fire.
Oh, except for what's his name? I don't want to copy him.
burning noose of fire.
There's that. How do I? All right, hang on. I'm just gonna move this guy out of the way so I can copy you guys. Because we're going to another level.
Yay.
And you're going down. Okay, so first off, you go to the main floor. And you actually wind up here, which is right by the dining hall where you were at before.
Oh.
So that's where that staircase heads up.
I don't remember what this was. Creepy statue.
Statue or something, right?
Where are we?
We're on
Yeah.
the main floor.
Oh.
I haven't put your tokens here, but you're right by the dining room in the lower left corner, and there's that circular staircase. I haven't put you there because I don't know if you're stopping there or not.
Let's keep going.
There was that was a suit of armor in that alcove.
Where was we're supposed to steal some sword or something, right?
You were hoping to find the bones of Argynvost, the silver or the skull of Argynvost, the silver dragon, and you thought if you returned it back to and laid it to rest properly, then the curse of Argynvost might be lifted, the revenants would go away, and you'd be able to access the holy symbol of Ravenkind that was kind of transparent and intangible when you were there.
Well, I think that's a great idea.
So, you're going to keep heading down then to the next level?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay, so that goes down, okay, to that level. This is a new one that you haven't been to.
Oh boy.
And, okay, give
Not
me a
bad.
minute to place you here.
We'll get some more water.
And hit the restroom.
Don't hit it. That'll hurt.
Ow.
Okay, so I'm going to just move you guys so you're all visible, and I will let you place yourselves anywhere within this. Basically, put yourselves in your marching order, however you want to be.
I'm usually bringing up the rear.
Well, you'd be coming, that would actually be in front.
Well, I can't move anyone else.
I'll just move everyone else up.
I'm happy to stomp up the stairs. It's fine. Or down the stairs.
Well, that's right in the middle.
I'm not. You know,
I don't know if you want to move us, Paul, since you can move everyone.
Well, I'm just looking for kind of a rough marching order here, how you want it to be. Who's going to be in
So-
front?
Clytus will be first, then probably like Adrin, Rowan, and me. And I don't know, where do you want Esmeralda?
me and Esmeralda could go front if you like.
Okay.
She's-
Clytus and Esmeralda up front, and then like Adrin, Rowan, me, and Piddlewick. I don't know. He's kind of just wandering.
Yeah, he'll
He
just
can
follow
sit
you
on
guys
my
up front.
shoulders.
Well, he doesn't. He's kind of short, but yeah,
Yeah,
he'll
so
just
he can sit on my
yeah,
shoulders.
he follows along behind you, and he has a normal movement speed. So, does that sound good to you, Paul? In terms of the marching order, you're kind of coming clockwise down the stairs, and it's ending in a
That's fine. I mean, whatever. I can get past everybody. I move 50. All you slow folks.
It's,
Yeah, he can
I
run
forget
laps around
about
you.
that.
Right, let me find where the hell I am here. This map is the most convoluted thing ever. That's the main floor. There we go. Okay, so all right, so you can see now. Don't move yet because I need to placement. See where you're at. So it's a dusty, 10-foot wide, 30-foot long corridor. Has a flat ceiling, 10 feet overhead. This is a web-filled stairway that you're spiraling down into. The stairway, by the way, does continue downward from where you're at. And the north end of the hall ends in a wooden door. And Adrin, make a perception check.
Nice.
20. Nice. Okay. You
Hang on just a minute,
see.
guys. I got a call I got to take.
Okay, no problem.
Cool.
Hello? No, I'm afraid we've reached. This is her husband.
Adrin, you see on the floor, walls, and ceiling of the area in the middle of the hallway, there looks to be a faint indentation of some sort.
Faint indentation. So, dudes, I see a faint indentation. So, it's on the floor.
On the floor, the walls, and the ceiling, actually.
I'm definitely confused.
Like a small concave.
It looks like there's like a seam or some kind of.
Like a hidden something. Maybe.
It looks like something's different about this section. There's these grooves in the ceiling and these grooves in the floor.
I'll walk up and since I'm dexterous and stuff, I will investigate.
Okay. Do an investigation check. Intelligence.
It's one of my better rolls, so man, watch this. Ooh, 15.
Oh, okay. Actually, that's good enough. Basically, what you can tell is that area is a trap. If you, after a certain amount of pressure is put on it, something will happen, triggering some kind of mechanism. But you can't determine that it's. All you can determine is that whatever is controlling this is not in this area. But you can definitely tell that within that area is some sort of a pressure-sensitive flooring that might trigger something.
So, how about I shadow step over to here?
Okay.
And I want to see if there's any kind of trigger or anything that can deactivate or something.
Go ahead and make another investigation check.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Nope. None that you can find.
All right.
Yeah, Adrian found there's basically a section of the floor that's trapped.
Okay. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
I will shadow step over to here and listen at the door.
Let me see if you actually have anything to hear. Nope. Completely silent.
All right. So I guess, gentlemen and lady, are we?
And construct.
And construct. Are we? You guys would have to either jump over, fetch plate.
I don't have to.
Okay.
I'm just gonna fly over.
Oh.
Well, I can use
I can't actually fly,
Misty Step,
but if the DM buys it, I'll do it.
jump across.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to jump.
I have the ability to get across with one of my spells.
I guess my question to the group is: do we want to continue forward or go down?
I'm game for either.
Petalwick seems like he's kind of pointing in Adrin's direction.
Open the door.
Okay. You open the door and deal another big ass hallway.
Yeah, Adrian, you go ahead, and we'll.
We'll be behind you.
Okay.
Not right behind you, but behind you.
So, if I have to do like this 10-foot jump.
I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
First, let me read the description of what Adrin sees.
Yeah, he flung open the door, so.
This hall stands in deadly silence. Heavy beams support a sagging 10-foot high ceiling. Fog clings to the floor, obscuring everything that lies less than 3 feet above it. A giant shadow lurches across the ceiling as a dark figure shuffles purposefully down the corridor towards you.
Oh.
Dude, there's a dark figure in here. Is it an ominous dark figure?
Yeah, it's kind of slouched over and kind of like shuffling towards you.
I will try and hide.
Okay, the figure stops and kind of you hear a snuffling noise and it says, "Hi."
Well, hi to you too. How you doing?
He says, "I'm good. How are you?"
Well, I don't like Strahd. I think he's a giant douchebag. Don't like his castle.
And you just hear him kind of.
Hey, have you ever seen any bones of a dragon down here anywhere?
Dragon?
Yeah.
No.
So what's in this hallway besides you? What's down here?
He looks down the hallway, like over his shoulder.
This guy's a winner.
Hey,
Yeah.
I don't see anybody. As he's drawing closer, you can see that he actually looks like he's one of the mongrel folk. You can see left side of his face is covered with lizard scales, and he's got the ears of a panther. His left foot looks like a duck's webbed foot, and his arms have patches of black dog fur.
There's some
Wow.
creepy Dr. Moreau action going on down here.
And he's now approaching. He's probably about that far away from you. He says,
All right.
"Why? Who are you anyway? Why are you down here?"
My name's Edrin. We were invited by Strahd, and we got kind of lost looking for the bathroom and stuff. And so, is there a bathroom down here?
Yeah. Oh. There might be one around that corner in the hallway you're in.
Well, no, I just came from there. There's no bathroom there.
Are you sure?
Did you want me to walk down that hallway? Is that what you want me to do?
It might be around the corner.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I go, dude, you're trying to trick me, aren't you?
What? What, me?
Yeah.
What?
I said, there's a trap back there. I saw it. I
A
couldn't
trap?
discern it, but there's a trap. You're not very nice.
What? No, there's no trap. I live down here.
Okay, well, why don't you come back over here and show me where the bathroom is?
Okay. And he heads towards you.
Okay.
And so
How far are we from him?
well, as you've just heard Adrin talking to him, so he comes around the corner, and then he kind of stops short when he sees the rest of you guys piled down around the end of the corridor, and he's like, "Oh, who are these guys?"
That's my entourage.
We have to piss.
Ah,
Badly.
Hurry up.
okay, yeah. He heads down here, and you see him actually step across this area and go around the corner, and you see him.
I stepped over here to see what he's doing.
Okay, yeah, you see him snuffling around the walls, and then he's like, "Oh, I guess the bathroom's not here. I don't know where there's a bathroom."
So what's on the other side of the doors on the other side of the hallway then? Is there a bathroom over there?
There's rooms.
Rooms for what?
Good question. There's kitchens and butler's quarters over there. Actually, that's one of those my room.
One of those is yours? Is
Yeah.
it pretty swanky?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? You like living here?
Oh yeah. Strahd's really nice to me.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah. How do you know Strahd anyway?
Well, he
You don't seem
What?
to like him very much.
well, he tried to kill us once, but we kicked his ass.
Oh yeah, he does that. What? Wait, he's dead?
No, he's not dead.
Oh.
You
Yeah.
know for sure if he was dead.
Ask him where his arena is. Where arena is.
Who?
Who?
Arena.
Who the hell's that?
Arena?
Arena. Who the hell's Arena?
What?
You don't know who Arena is?
Arena was
all along?
yes, Arena was the burgomaster's daughter who you
Daughter
accompanied
who
to.
we
Oh.
left at the church. And
Oh.
Strahd says he's going to marry her.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Yes, this guy seems to indicate he has no idea who Arena is.
Well, can you guide us through what's down here? Can we hang out with you for a while?
For a while, sure. Once I have to go back to doing my butler duties.
Butler duties? Sure.
It's very important.
Show us how you buttle.
Well, I'm not buttling now,
Buttle.
but yeah, you could help me count barrels.
Sure. Show me where the barrels are.
Okay. He heads back. Get me on the right map here. He heads back into the hallway, and he kind of
So does he step? He has to step around me, right?
Yeah, he steps. You see him walk over that square area without. You don't hear anything trigger or anything like that.
How big is he?
He is actually shorter. He's like the other mongrel folk. I think he's like 4 feet tall.
So why don't you guys follow the same path?
Sure.
Or if you guys want to hang out there in the hallway and
You're
whatever,
doing a good job.
Not better.
knock yourselves out.
You're doing a great job, Ben.
All right, let's do it.
So
Let's separate the party. That's my vote.
who's doing what?
That's always my vote.
Piddlewick kind of, as you start to leave, he looks at you guys, and then he starts to follow too. And you see him. I'm gonna go 5 foot by 5 foot here, just so everyone knows. But he walks across it, and
Nothing happens.
no, nothing you can see.
I would avoid. I would sidestep and sidestep. That's what
Yeah,
I
I'll
can-
try that. I'll go here and then step into this square,
Okay.
kind of around there. Go to that one. And then I'm across.
Okay. Yeah, you get there with nothing being triggered or anything, and
Okay.
All right.
Uh,
Next.
I'll ask. Did the butler tell us his name?
no, but you didn't ask.
What's your name, Mr. Buttle?
My name's Cyrus.
Cyrus. Why is it so foggy down here?
Well, it's a basement. It's damp.
Huh. In the basement of my house, it's not. I don't get fog. Must be really. It's really weird.
Well, it helps with the wine.
Oh, really?
Oh, what kind of wine?
I got some buddies who like to drink wine.
Oh, well, I don't know if I can let you drink it because it's Strahd's wine, but you can help me count it.
Sure,
Well-
let's do that.
Okay.
But
Well,
we're his guests.
What about the rest of you, Jugs, Esmeralda? Are you guys gonna stay there, or are you coming? Or
Well, Clytus is in my way, so.
on purpose. All right, Esmeralda will come over too.
okay. Yes, it's nothing gets triggered.
Yeah, I'll do the
I'm
same
triggered.
thing that they do.
Okay. So, let's see. Hang on here. I have to figure this out because there's this.
I want to see the almighty Nicolas Cage tree show up eventually. Have you ever see that episode of The Big Bang Theory?
Oh, yeah. No, I can't. That or Christopher Walken, forget it.
Yes.
Plus, the dragon's dead, so it wouldn't be the right voice anyway. Yeah, so I'm just looking through this description here. He's just as far as Cyrus himself. He's got a loop with twine around his neck, hanging from which looks like a key. He's got a wooden pendant. And actually, yeah, he leads you down to. I don't know what this is. It's supposed to be a portcullis, I think. Oh yes. Yeah. So at the end of this hallway to the east is a large portcullis, and I will show you what's beyond it here. Beyond it is a large room with tons of barrels in it, and the Cyrus, when you get to the portcullis, he actually hoists it up and holds it over his head. So he's obviously fairly strong, but he says, "Go on through. Can't hold it up forever." In the room itself, arched frames of stone form a low-width ceiling over this wine cellar. Great casks line the walls. their bands rusting and their contents long since spilled out on the floor. A few hungry rats make their home here, but upon your sudden arrival, they retreat into the shadows.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay on this side.
Okay. What's everyone else going to do?
I'm going to reboot Chrome because Chrome just crashed on me.
Oh, well, that's
Up
why it's
here, is there something that we could see as we were walking by? So it kind of looks like there's a hallway there.
I'm sorry, I have to keep switching tools back and forth when I move.
No,
around.
I'm sorry.
That is a
curious.
stairway going up.
This place is freaking confusing.
Oh,
I know,
Yeah.
it's a maze. I think that's on purpose.
Yes.
Yes, I believe so.
At least we aren't using the isometric maps. Those are confusing. And not to mention impossible to play Roll20 on.
Oh,
I mean, they're like 3D.
Yes, they're like
Yeah.
oblique view.
Oh, so they
Oh,
did
wow.
that for the new edition, just like the old one?
Yep. Yeah, it's the same style as the old one.
Wow.
But in any case, yes. So there's all these barrels, and Cyrus says, "You want to help me start counting barrels?"
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2,
3.
4.
I ask do you have any beer?
Jug, he says, "Don't know what beer is." So
I'm actually,
you're actually Adrian, you're actually looking at the casks.
Yep.
Okay.
As
The
am I.
casks on the north wall. There are 3 casks on there. They look to be rotted and empty, but they are labeled with the Champagne de l'Estampe label from the Wizard of Wines. The eastern casks, there are 5 that are rotted and empty. The wine name burned on each is Red Dragon Crush. There is one, though, on the east wall that is heavier than the others and looks like it might contain something.
Ooh, there you go, Jugs.
Make a perception check. Actually, this, I'll say 50-50 was Adrin, and actually it was Jugs. It was closer to the south side on the east wall. So go ahead and make a perception check. Okay. You see through the cracks, looks like some kind of a yellowish, moldy like substance inside the cask.
back away.
Get the impression it may not be a great idea to open that up.
So I go up to the butler and I say, "Hey, I need to talk to Strahd. How do I get in touch with him? Because he kind of just disappeared on us, and I need to talk to him."
I would have to go find him,
Oh,
but
okay.
I have to finish making dinner first.
Well, you could just tell us where we should go to get him.
Well, he moves around a lot. It's his
Oh.
castle, so he could be anywhere.
Well, what's the best way for us to find him?
Yeah, do you just wander till you find him?
Oh, he finds me.
Mm.
If he's having supper, he would be in the dining hall. But
He can't be having supper if you're making it.
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you had so he. Yeah, I'm sorry. He's not making supper. I'm cleaning up after supper,
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
doing the dishes.
All right. Well, what if there was some emergency and you need to get a hold of him right away?
Don't you have like an intercom or something?
I don't have a way to summon him. No.
Oh. So you'd just be out of luck, huh?
Yeah.
That's too bad. That's not very good.
just
Yeah,
It's
he
not
has.
fair to you.
Yeah, he has no way to call Strahd or summon him too. I mean, he pretty much serves at Strahd's whim.
That's not fair to you, sir.
And it's my job. I do what Strahd commands.
All
I'm gonna
right.
ask him what's through this door.
I'm sorry, Miss. Which door?
The one I'm in front of.
That is the kitchen. That's where I'm doing dishes.
I'm gonna open the door and say, "Do you need some help cleaning up?"
At that, he brightens visibly and says, "Sure, you can help with dishes." You open it up. And
What does Strahd eat?
I'm curious.
inside that room, a horrible odor of decay fills this steaming hot room. A huge pot bubbles over a blazing fire pit at the center of the room, its green, muddy contents churning. The far wall is lined with pegs, hanging from which are numerous large cooking implements, some of which could easily double as implements of torture.
So I asked him, what does Strahd eat?
He doesn't eat food.
No, but what does he eat?
He kind of looks at you like, you don't know what Strahd is?
Well, I know what he is, but what do you feed him? You said you make him dinner. Like, I would think that would be as easy as opening up a beer, you know?
No. Well, he said dinner was for guests.
Ah.
I assumed that was you.
Well, oh, well, we didn't eat anything. He kind of just ditched.
Well, actually, Rowan did.
Yeah,
Rowan
did.
Well, Rowan did. Okay.
It was
And
did
now
a good job.
now you're looking at this green, noisome, bubbling cauldron, and you kind of go,
Yeah. I've seen worse.
Do we hear his stomach go? Brrr?
yeah, exactly. He says, but anyway, if you done counting barrels, I need to go back to doing dishes.
All right. Good meeting you.
He says, nice meeting you. And he heads back into the kitchen, and he looks behind you, and then he starts to close the door.
All right. Whatever.
Oh, all right.
I see double. We should go down here.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay. You head down. It's a set of double doors, and let me see if there's anything.
I just kick them open.
All right. You kick the doors open, and they fly open without impediment. And
Swing
inside,
back and knock you over.
Oh, that's...
you see
Hello.
dark stains cover the floor of this area. Large oak tables, scarred and beaten, lay scattered like toys about the room, their wood crushed and splintered. Replacing them are furnishings made entirely of human bones. The walls and the 20-foot-high vaulted ceiling are a sickly yellow color, not because of faded or time-worn plaster, but because they are adorned with bones and skulls arranged in a morbidly decorative fashion, giving the room a cathedral-like quality. 4 enormous mounds of bones occupy the corners of this ossuary, and garlands of skulls extend from these mounds to a chandelier of bones that hangs from the ceiling above a long table constructed of bones in the center of the room. 10 chairs made of bones and festooned with decorative skulls surround the table, resting atop which is an ornate, bowl-shaped vessel made of yet more bones. The door to the north and south are sheathed in bone, but the steel-banded double doors in the center of the east wall are not. Above these eastern doors is mounted the skull of a dragon.
Hey!
So,
We found it.
Yeah, you just basically blundered into it.
yeah, that
was
went
our
really
plan.
well.
Wow, I'm actually kind of amazed. You just randomly found it.
I love when a
That
plan
went
comes
way
together.
better than it should have.
Now, how the hell do we get out of here?
Yeah, and how big is this skull?
It's a dragon. So.
It's a dragon's skull.
It's got to be the size of one of us.
Right.
Let's
That's
see.
what I was thinking.
Well, unless it was a really small
Oh, a
dragon.
tiny dragon.
It actually looks like it's, first of all, it looks like it's mounted above the doors with some kind of mortar and white paste of some sort. And it is huge. I mean, it looks like it easily weighs 250 pounds.
Great. Anybody got any ideas?
Where's that? Did anybody pick up that portable hole?
Yeah,
I remember we bought one, right?
Yeah.
where's that bag of holding?
Oh, shit.
In another campaign, likely.
Right.
Hmm. How did we get here? Didn't we come in a
Carriage.
Carriage.
So we don't even have our friggin' horses.
He sent a carriage for us.
That's right.
This was a really good plan, by the way.
Hey, we found the dragon skull.
Yeah.
We did.
So
We
the
did.
plan's half done.
So, just out of curiosity, the bones.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to bring it back. It doesn't necessarily have to be intact, right? I mean, if we broke it into pieces, chopped off the horn, and brought it back, I mean, is there anything that says it had to be in whole?
Oh, well, if one of you guys want to make a religion check.
Oh, it's probably on
That's not me.
on me.
Yeah.
I'm guessing we should bring it back whole, but
Yeah, Rowan, you definitely, and even Clytus thinks that would probably not be putting the dragon's soul to rest.
Yes.
By
might take
breaking it up into
ours.
pieces.
but technically, I mean, a relic is usually split up, you know. So,
Well,
What-
it's the thing is that he's already been broken apart, and
right.
You guess, I mean, if it was done carefully and not like, damaging,
Right.
smash it apart, but if you carefully somehow manage to like maybe slice it in half and so it could be more easily carried, and then you put it back together somehow when you got there and treated it with dignity, it's really more of kind of the intent of it than anything.
So be nice when you smash it.
Or careful.
I asked Esmeralda if she has any ideas.
She says, I have no idea how you're going to get that big fucking skull in.
Well, let's just see if we can get it down first. Anybody want to step in?
there's,
I'll do it.
there's a roaring chorus of volunteers.
So where is it? This one?
No, it's above
It's-
the
it's-
eastern door.
It's above our door.
Yeah.
The one you just came in.
Oh, then I'll step in like right there and then I'll look at it.
I'll go
Yeah.
with you.
It's, like I said, it's mounted with this kind of motor white paste stuff.
So, but nothing animates when we step in then apparently.
No, but Rowan, make another religion check.
Alright.
All of you feel uneasy being in this room filled with bones.
Alright.
You get the very distinct impression that this is desecrated ground.
Yeah.
Ooh. Can any of us consecrate?
Yeah, how do we do that?
Isn't there a consecrate spell?
Yeah.
You'd have to cast that, I think.
Yeah, I don't have that. I'm a crappy cleric.
Because I don't think I have any ability to do that, unfortunately. Best I could do is stone cunning. Tell you
I
the
don't-
origin of the work.
Yeah, I don't even.
If you want to make a stone cutting check, you might learn more about it.
Alright, I'll make a stone cunning check, sure. Let's see. It's a history check. Which I have a massive 0.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Would insight help at all? What does insight do?
Sure,
for you?
if you want to do a knowledge or an insight check. Well, you think that some sort of abrasive, like an acid of some sort, might eat through that stuff. You're not sure though if like water would just work or something else, but you figure. All you can really tell, it looks like it's at least partially made of bone. This kind of pasty stuff that's holding it together, but it's been made into some kind of cement. You're just not sure how hard it is.
Wait. That pot that he was cooking in, Did that smell like acidic?
Well, it smelled more rotten than anything.
No. Actually, I'm gonna go back into the kitchen
Okay.
and talk to him and say, I'm looking for something with a little kick, a little acid thing.
Vinegary.
Vinegary.
Vinegar?
A little stronger than vinegar. Something that would probably burn your skin if you touched it.
Okay. Yeah, he says, I might have something here. Hang on. And he starts digging around in like all these shelves, and there doesn't appear to be any sort of organization to this place whatsoever. And the smell, you're actively like going, just staying in this room because it smells so bad. But he finally pulls out this, what would it be in? I guess it would be glass. This kind of a big glass beaker-like thing that holds this kind of noxiously yellow fluid, and then there's a stopper on the top of it. And he's like, "Will this work?"
Okay, well, what is it?
I don't remember, but it's really strong.
Okay, then sure, it'll work. I'll take it.
Okay, he hands it. He says, "Careful not to drink it."
Oh.
I know that
What
might.
if I accidentally drink it?
Can I have a spoon or a brush or something?
He looks over at the pile of dirty dishes and picks one up and holds it out to you. You can see there's kind of stuff crusted on the end of it, but it looks like it's
And
okay.
this would definitely help. I'll clean your dishes.
Anyway, yes, it's like a wooden size spoon.
Wooden?
It's not made of wood. But it's.
Oh, okay, all right.
I don't know what.
Is it made of bone? Out of curiosity.
Actually, I think it would probably be silver. No,
All right, so I bring
actually,
it back to the-
yeah, I guess a vampire wouldn't care if it's silver. I was trying to think, would a vampire have a silver? Yeah, it was. He's not a werewolf, so. Any
I'm gonna
case,
bring it back to the group and say, okay, I got this and a spoon.
so he's got this stoppered vial full of this really noxious-looking yellow fluid, and he's got a spoon with stuff crusted on the end of it.
Yep. So I go over and I pull a table over, one of these tables,
Okay.
scraping it across the floor, being as loud as possible. Right?
Dust is like clouding up all around you.
Yep. And then I put a chair on top of that,
Okay.
and then I stand up there, and I'm gonna try and eat away at the white stuff with the liquid in the vial.
How are you going to do this now?
I'm gonna pour a little bit, spoon a little bit out on the spoon, and I'm gonna at least just try see if it eats away at the goo on the spoon. Does it?
Okay, well, first make a dex check to see if you can do this without spilling any on yourself.
I think I did good.
Natural 20. He just precisely fills the spoon exactly with the amount that he needs and very carefully applies it only. It doesn't even drip off the edges at all. He applied exactly the right amount. So, in any case, yeah, this stuff just starts hissing, and you can see this stuff, whatever this white substance is that's holding it, it's starting to turn to smoke. And immediately you start, like, and you realize you better jump back because
I jump back, and I go, guys, let's hold it. It's going to fall down.
Okay, yeah, it looks like you hear crack, crack, and it looks like it's going to fall. You guess that if it falls and lands on the stone floor, that it will break into tons of pieces.
I try and hold it up. I try and hold it up.
Okay, how are you? It's above the door.
We should
It's
have
over the
bullied it.
door, but I'm standing on a table, and it's so I can use the leverage of the wall, and you don't have, if it's leaning up against the wall, I'm trying to hold it up against the wall, so not all the weight is going to be down on me. And I'm going, somebody freaking help!
Okay, first of all,
Fucking Christ!
Adrian, you make a strength athletics check.
Go over there.
Nobody's fucking helping.
I'll do whatever you need, man.
Crack. Adrian, can you make a? Okay. All right. Yeah,
Use my inspiration.
Okay, so with your inspiration, you're holding it up, but you definitely can tell that if somebody doesn't jump in.
I'm in there.
I'm in there. I'll help.
I moved.
Okay, so you're standing beneath him. He pulled a chair over and he's standing on the table.
So where is Adrin?
Well, he's he
He's
didn't
like
position
right
himself.
here or something.
Okay.
Yeah. So Adrin, you would be.
I'll get up there too, you know.
Okay, so yeah, Adrin would have been basically right about here. Yeah, and he's standing on a chair on a table. So you could probably fit 2 other guys on a table over him.
Yeah.
So if you're going to try and basically help him to maneuver this thing down, and you can see that it's starting to crack off the edge, and now it's almost completely eaten through. Why don't I'll have the 2 other guys, Rowan and Clytus, make athletics checks,
Okay.
and we'll see if you can lower this thing to the floor.
I'm going to.
God damn it.
Oh.
My rolls are sucking hard.
I'm gonna cast that to add. Somebody can add. So I'm doing a strength
Athletics, if you got it.
athletics.
So,
Well, athletics is based on strength.
hey, Paul.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and cheat. I don't know if you're going to let me cheat, but so I have the ability, I can shadow step. I can
Okay.
shadow step with crap that I'm holding. I want to shadow step off of this high thing onto the floor so that it won't fall as far.
I like that.
Yeah, let me look this up. I'm very inclined to support you, and I know that it's not a creature that you're trying to transport, so that's not an issue.
Yeah, it's an object, so that
but
actually
it's a
feels.
big ass object. So let me just double check.
All I'm trying to do is get it so it doesn't fall 8 feet, it falls 2 feet.
Basically, yeah, limit the amount that it's of impact if it.
And as a matter of fact, I might teleport so that I'm behind the table and it's above the table, so it only has to fall like 6 inches.
Onto
That's
the
a
table.
really interesting idea. I like
Yeah.
that.
Okay, you know what? It doesn't actually give a weight limit per se. You know
It's
what?
probably
That was a clever
covered-
enough idea. Screw it. I'm gonna go for it. So you shadow step, and basically you 2 guys really essentially failed your athletics checks. So I'm just gonna say you kind of. When he does this, it's suddenly gone. So you like fall together, kind of bonk your heads, and fall off the table.
Looks like the Three Stooges.
But then he manages to shadow step down, and it lands just with a little bump, clunk on the table surface. So it's now safely sitting on the table.
Roughly how tall and how long is this?
Oh God, I'd have to look up the dragon statistics for a mature silver dragon.
Probably at least
Well-
like 5 feet.
I
I'm
guess
guessing the head is about the size of a humanoid, right?
Yeah, I would say
6
that's
feet
roughly right.
by 3 feet, 4 feet, right?
But
Okay.
basically, an adult is huge. It's not. He's not ancient. He wasn't ancient, but ancients are gargantuan. So a huge creature's head would probably be about that size.
so. What my idea is, and you can tell me if this will work or not.
I got
Could I take a quarterstaff and tie it to that so that like
we
two
could,
of us could hold it and it would kind of hang down and we'd be able to carry it like on our shoulders?
250 pounds probably wouldn't be supported by the quarterstaff. You'd likely snap your quarterstaff.
What if we did like we
But you can-
swung it on a rope and like a stretcher, and somebody puts it over their shoulder
I asked
between 2 people?
I
Yeah, I
asked
disagree with that.
What?
asked Piddlewick how much he can lift. Can you lift this?
He looks
Can
down
you
at it.
carry this?
What does he say?
I was shaking my head no.
So I want to have 2 people, right? And I want to have the dragon head in the middle, and I want to have a rope one in the front, one in the back, and you hold it over your shoulder, and you treat it like a stretcher
Almost
kind
like
of thing.
a tug of war between the
Yeah.
front and the back to keep the tension.
Well, it doesn't even need to have tension as long as we tie it to the horns.
But I
Right.
think you could do that with a quarterstaff.
But he's saying it.
But you need more than one
Right.
quarterstaff. Do you have 2 quarterstaffs? Staves?
Staves.
2 quarter staves.
Yeah. I don't know. That's all I got.
Basically, okay, so first off, your carrying capacity is your strength score multiplied by 15. So who's going to carry it?
I have a strength of 15, so I
have
don't
a
know what
strength
other
of
people
8.
have.
So that's 300.
Yeah, so
But what I'm saying is that there's got to be a way to have 2 people share the load on this thing.
Yeah.
well, that's what I was
ingenuity.
saying. If you did that with a rope, I would say that it's basically 250 pounds. So if 2 people had enough additional carrying capacity, including all the other crap that they're carrying, that would work.
Could we build a sledge to drag it? Or a lean-to and drag that?
Well, there are all the tables in there.
Yeah.
Or put some wheels on it.
Well, no, even if it's just, like a drag, a lean-to drag, it still would be better than walking around with this thing. Because if we get attacked, you could just let go of the lean-to and then...
Well, it's the same thing if you had the ropes, too. Either way.
But
Well, you know that you could snake the ropes through the eye sockets and out. I mean, the skull has lots of holes in it, so to speak, that are natural. So you could.
I know, but we don't want to damage it by...
Mhm.
Because dragging a skull across the ground is going to eventually do some damage.
We're not dragging it, we're carrying it between the 2 people.
No, but what I'm saying is if you had it on a lean-to or a sledge and we get attacked, you can just
Sure.
let go of it. You don't have to, take a round to...
I
well,
don't know
here's
how to
the
delete
thing
that
I'm
call.
thinking. What we can do is we can tie the rope through him and have me and you carry it, Clytus.
Okay.
At least
And
out
then
of
I'll
the
just
building.
dual cast greater invisibility, and we'll just walk our asses out.
Didn't the doors lock?
I don't know.
You heard all the doors slam shut.
Yeah, you
And-
have a fist. Punch through the damn door.
I can,
That's true, I do.
As Esmeralda is strongly suspects that you can't just walk out the front door, but she didn't
Well, then
try
how
it
did
herself.
she got out, right? How did she get out?
She got out using the teleporter.
I have stone. Yeah,
Where's
so
the
she knows
teleport?
where that is.
That is actually back down that spiral staircase and in the dungeon.
Let's go.
Lead us to the teleporter.
Okay.
Let's go.
How are you going to carry it? Between the 2 of you?
I think
between
with
you
the
guys?
rope between me and Clytus. Yeah.
Fine. Yeah.
What's your strength, Clytus?
18.
And how much weight are you carrying?
Just a second.
Should be on the bottom of your core page here.
110.
Okay, so you
Holy shit.
so you could carry up to 160 pounds.
Now that's including my armor and all that. Good
Yeah,
shit.
that's what I meant.
Yeah, how do you have so much stuff?
It's my chainmail weighs a ton.
Oh, okay.
Jugs, how many? What's your strength?
15.
Okay, that's and how much weight are you carrying?
70 pounds.
So, okay, so between the 2 of you, you could carry it.
Okay.
So that all right. So that's you pull a rope in between there. You're able to lift it up and hoist it, and you can move. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just trying to see. I'm just using. It's not push, pull, or lifting, and you're not in incapacity. So you can use this. You can go your normal movement rate.
But I think using a rope to hoist it like that would you're using physics to kind of make it weigh less. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't. It doesn't feel like you're carrying that much weight.
No, I'm just talking about over time and carrying it. So for now,
Yeah.
we'll keep it so that your movement rate is not affected. But you guys are both carrying this thing, and Esmeralda says to get back, then you just basically need to go back down the stairs. So, so she's going to lead. How are you guys arranging yourselves with this carrying of this skull?
I think you guys should be in the middle of the group, and I'll be ahead with Esmeralda.
And then,
Sounds good.
well,
I'll
no,
be in the
yeah,
back.
you two, and then Rowan in the back. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, and Piddlewick
With
will follow
Pickwick,
behind.
or Piddlewick, yeah.
Okay, so Esmeralda gets up to here and then stops and looks back at you guys and says, how are we going to get across this thing?
Good question.
Well, could we bring one of those tables? Or is there any of them long enough to cover that? They look like they are.
Yeah. We'll cover the floor with one of the tables.
Okay. So you
Or
bring a
more.
table out here and lay it across.
Edric and I'll do that. Yeah.
Okay, so you lay it across the trap, and yeah, it can stretch from end to end.
I would say we put two across, and then one of us stand on one and the other on the other.
Sure.
Okay, so distribute the weight. Well,
Yes, distribute the weight.
let me just think for a second here. Yeah, okay. We'll say that the tables are solid enough, especially since they were kind of encrusted with this bone material, that they don't sag in the middle when you
Okay.
cross. Even carrying this 250-pound big-ass skull. They creak a
Well,
little
we'll
bit.
use two of them to, like he said, and try to take off some of the weight, just assuming, that we're trying to be careful not to have that happen, even if it would work. We're doing
Yeah.
everything we can to try not to do that.
Right. Yeah, so I'm going to say that since the tables are longer than 10 feet, so they basically brace on either side of this thing, so they prevent direct weight onto the floor. So even with the combined weight of both of you guys traveling over this at the same time,
Oh,
you're not actually walking on the stone area.
Right.
Okay.
So you're able to get across it, and the rest of the guys can just kind of walk across it without having to worry about it.
Okay, let's go down.
Nice.
So you go down and continue going down, and now it's going to be more jumping levels here. So I'm assuming you're going to if you're following Esmeralda, she's going to bypass the next two levels and
Yep.
take you
yeah,
down.
she's gonna take us as well as
actually,
she knows.
yeah, you were already down to the lower level. So it just basically you would have you hadn't been down this far, so it's just down to the next level.
Okay.
So, switching over here. And now I gotta find where the hell we are.
Two.
It's dark down here.
Yeah, that it is.
I got night vision, I'll be fine.
Yeah. That's why I'm following you guys. I had a sleeping dog on my lap right now.
That's cool.
That's awkward when you're carrying a dragon skull.
Yeah,
He's not carrying anything. He's
that's
lazy.
true.
Okay, so why don't you guys arrange yourself as you like? And now here, Esmeralda, actually she's in the lead, I know. She says, hold up here. She stops you. Wait, okay, is that where you go? She tries to stop you
No.
before going that far. Okay.
Oh, no,
I don't even
So Rowan was supposed to be in the back.
Yep.
Yeah, he's just trying to arrange us.
Okay.
And us two.
All right. So here she says there were traps in this hall, and I don't remember where they were.
All right, who's the trappiest, detectiest guy in the party?
My insight is +5, my perception is +5, and I got a dex save of +8.
You are the
Perfect.
man.
There you go. I'm going to try that. I'm going to step forward, trying to find and detect traps.
Okay. Da-da-da-da-da.
No idea how that works, but
Make a perception check.
perception.
Now that's basically. Let me read the description here because this is. The stairs descend into a black, still water that fills an arched hallway before you. The water surface is like dark mirrored glass, disturbed only by the thwick of a drop falling from the ceiling. 20 feet ahead, arched archways lean downward from either side of the hallway, and each arched doorway and iron door stands closed and partially submerged. And you hear a weak cry for help coming from beyond the south door. So that's as you're starting to look around. So go ahead and make a perception check, Adrin. Okay, you do not detect a trap within the first 10 feet of the, or first 5 feet of the floor.
So why don't you guys get out of the water, just in case electricity.
Yep.
So everybody's
Yeah,
gonna set-
we're out of the water.
Get out of the
No,
water.
it's kind of all the way into the there, so it
Yeah.
would basically be like this. Okay. All right.
I'll
So
do another 5 feet
okay.
and do the same thing. Keep doing check, 5 feet.
All right. We'll say every 10 feet covers a single check covers 10 feet, so you can move 10 feet forward. Okay. Go ahead and make another check. Okay.
That's better.
You detect. So you're doing 10 feet. You detect one 10 feet in front of you immediately. Let me go ahead and make a mark here. Where is my lettering? I want to make it red.
All right.
It's actually right there. That's not big
Okay.
enough.
I'm going to see if it's. I'm going to check the other side of the hallway, and I want to see if we can go around the trap. Is it possible to go around the trap?
Yeah, it's actually right there. So you
So I'm going to
figure-
do checks so I can get around and see if I can make it around.
Yep, you can make it around.
All right. I'm going to do that.
And
And
what
then
you can tell is
another-
it's basically like a pressure plate on the floor. So
Okay. So that would be another 10 feet, right?
yeah, and this hallway you can now see down. These go slope downward towards these double doors, and again you hear this kind of weak cry for help coming from behind the south door.
Which is this way, right?
Yes.
All right.
I hear nothing.
I'm going to look for more traps
Okay.
in this section.
Okay. Yeah, you spot another trap, and that one is actually right in the middle of the floor. But you figure, you can pass around it by scrunching up against the walls.
Okay. So it's like in the middle of the 10-foot square, or right where you put it.
Pretty much, yeah, right there.
Okay. All right. So can I see farther down here?
You can see that opens up into a larger chamber. You don't see too many details beyond.
So
Did
I
you
asked
ask her
Isabel-
how far we need to go? Yeah.
She says that around the corner of that room is on the north side. You have to climb up a wall to get to this throne area, and then go through a curtain, then through a door, and then that's the teleporter room. But she says there's likely undead lurking in that room beyond with the water.
Well, I tell everybody where the traps are. I'm going to continue and skirt, and I'm going to look again as I skirt around for more traps in this section in front of me.
Okay. Go ahead and make
So-
another perception. Okay. Yep, you spot another one. This one's right there.
So I'll go down this way and do the last 10 feet.
Okay.
Oh!
Oh.
That's not good.
Yep, you're
Oh,
not
please.
sure.
I'm gonna continue forward.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna go ahead and assume that you would have found it if you.
Yep.
Just
and
move
I
5 foot by 5 foot so I can tell where you're stepping.
move right there, and I'm gonna try and. So since she said there's undead, I'm gonna do the stealth thing. Is that? Do I do that before or after?
Since you weren't actually, Jugs asked that of Esmeralda, and she was further back in the hallway.
Oh, so okay. So I'm gonna move 5 feet that way.
Okay.
5 feet.
Okay. You stepped on a trap.
Sweet.
You've activated my trap card.
Yeah, basically right where you are. This one. Okay. Actually, let me see. There's still a chance you might not trigger it. How much do you weigh with all your stuff?
So I got 33 pounds of crap, and we keep doing this.
I know.
You only have 33 pounds of stuff?
He's lightweight.
Jeez.
I'm
He's a monkey.
198 pounds
With all
with my crap.
With all
With
your
my
stuff.
Soaking wet.
Yeah. 198 pounds soaking wet. You are in
With
water.
all my crap, 198 pounds.
Okay, so there's a 95% chance that you're going to set this trap off.
Check.
Actually, I'll let you roll it.
Okay.
96 or better, you don't set it off.
Roll a D100. I
Don't.
set it up.
Okay, so you set it off.
Reflex save. Reflex save. Reflex save.
No, it's actually what happens is you trigger the trap and you fall into a space that immediately teleports you somewhere.
Uh-oh.
So hang on. So if I want to play this out, I know I triggered the trap. Can I see if I can use my shadow step to get out of the way before it goes off?
No, but you may be able to use it after this happens. Now, the rest of you guys, you have no idea he was teleported. You
Right.
just suddenly
He's just
saw him.
gone.
He's like, "Ah, shit!"
Drop.
And then all of a sudden, there's this big splash, and it looks like he fell into the water and disappeared.
Okay.
But I did tell everybody where the other traps were, just FYI.
Yeah, he did say he was telling us.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah,
He was kind of marking him and saying, or not marking him, but
We should see where the voice calling for help went.
No. I think that should be ignored.
The voice calling for help?
Yeah, the
Yes.
only person needing help right now is us.
Do we hear a new voice calling for help?
okay.
That
Adrin,
sounds familiar.
you,
Right. Yeah.
Adrin, you find yourself in a cell underwater.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
Basically, let me see if I can get a general description of.
Son of a
Myself.
buck.
It's a 10-foot square cell, and actually, the water is only 5 feet deep. So you're in a 10-foot square cell with bars on it, and you're in 5 feet of water, and you can kind of like jump out of it and stand on your feet, and you're no longer underwater at least.
Okay.
And you see that there is an identical cell across from you. I'm not going to put you on the map yet because nobody else
I'm
knows
going
where
to
you are.
teleport out of the cell.
Okay, you can teleport into a hallway beyond the cell. It's basically you're in a cell, there's a hallway, and then there's a cell opposite you. So you can teleport in the hallway between the cells.
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay. You teleport in between there, shadow stepping. And it is dark in here. There's no light, so you're for no problem at all shadow stepping. So basically you find yourself, you're in a hallway that's about 40 feet long, and on each side there's a 10 foot by 10 foot cell. At the end of this hallway there is a door. And
That's my long way out.
yep, well, in one of the cells you also see a person.
Oh.
And he sees you, and he's like, "Please let me out."
Who the hell are you?
He
Who
says,
are you?
"I am Emil. I've been trapped here by Strahd."
Hasn't everybody? Preach, brother.
Okay, actually, the rest of you guys hear voices, and one of them is Adrin. So I'm just going to go ahead and reveal this now. I wanted to see how you'd react before doing this. So, basically, and this guy was in that cell.
Well, you look mighty cool, Emil. And if you're in prison, then I'll try and help you out. But I'm gonna punch the lock.
Okay. On his cell, you mean?
Yeah, why not? Got
All
magic
right.
fist.
Make an attack roll.
All right.
Is it locked?
Yeah, it's locked.
I don't know. Did I miss?
No, you hit the lock. 9 points. Okay. It doesn't quite shatter, but you can see that it definitely dented in. This is kind of old, slightly damaged from the damp. Oh yeah. Okay. So second hit, boom! You smash through it, and you're actually able to dismantle the lock from that blast.
So I open
Nice.
the lock and I hold my hand out to him. I say, "Hey, dude, I'm Adrian. Nice to meet you. We're leaving."
Thank you. Sounds great to me. So you grab him out, and
Can he walk?
yeah, he looks like he's weak, but not completely. Like it doesn't look like he's been here that long. He's not like
Okay.
emaciated or anything. His clothes are shredded. He's
So As I walk him out, we'll be side by side. I say, "So where are you from?"
he says, I'm from the western part of Barovia. I live in the mountains with my
Were you
brothers and
born here?
sisters. Yes, I
You were
was
born
born here.
Oh, that sucks. I say, "Hey, dudes, we're coming out."
All right,
Gotta-
you guys now see Adrin emerging from the prison with this other
With
guy.
some other dude, yeah.
Yeah, it's just
This is
having a
Emil.
casual conversation with.
This is Emil. So there's a trap, Emil.
Oh,
Walk where I walk.
okay.
All right, so we're gonna go around. You guys just want to go into the other room, guys, or
Yeah,
you
might
want
as
to
well.
check out this other door?
It's probably more cells. You might want to see what's in there.
You gonna check it
All right.
out?
Sure, I'll open the door.
Okay. Yep. Another bunch of cells, and some of the others cells in the south area did have a whole bunch of stuff in them too. By the way.
Oh, they did?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you never investigated any of the cells.
Let's do that. I'm gonna investigate the cells.
All right, you gonna spend
Why
some
do you get
time.
magic walk? What the hell is that? Wakazashi
Or a Walkman.
or a Walkman? In there.
Okay, it will probably take you a good half hour to investigate all these cells and
Oh.
search. I mean, everything's underwater.
Oh, we're here for a dragon skull, and
Right.
the teleporter's here. I'm voting we just get the frick out of here.
Right.
Well, yeah, but can we tell if there's other people in them easily?
You don't
Like
see
alive.
You don't see any any bodies
Yeah.
with motion. You do see some what appear to be dead bodies or motionless bodies
Yeah.
in there,
And that's fine, I don't care.
and they're like floating face down, so you're pretty sure they're dead.
All right.
That's all that I would tell him to do.
Yeah, and Emil says that he was not aware of any other prisoners who are alive at the present time,
Okay.
although he has
So
heard
I-
voices in the past.
Okay. So I'm gonna stealth. I'm gonna serpentine, and I'm gonna look around the corner.
Okay.
Stealthily.
Go ahead and make a stealth check, and I will reveal.
Also, just so you know, unless you let go of the mouse button, you're serpentining, we don't see.
Oh.
Yeah, we just see you move directly in a line, but you know where the traps were.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before. Move 1 foot at a time, or move one
Okay,
square at a
sorry.
time.
I'm serpentining around the traps.
Okay. You reach the room without anything happening. I can give you a description of that. Dark, low shapes thrust up out of the still brackish water that fills this 50-foot square room, the ceiling of which is festooned with hanging chains that look like thick black web strands. A balcony set into the north wall overlooks the room and has 2 large thrones atop it with a red velvet curtain behind them. So this basically, the water here is about 3 feet deep.
This
And-
is the room we were in earlier, was it?
No.
You've never been in this room before.
So I
Well,
give
Esmeralda has, but she's not there yet.
Yeah.
I give the signal, right? Hey, whatever. Exactly.
Okay. So
I'm gonna wait for the party to get closer.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying to think how to
Making sure
coordinate
they
this.
serpentine too. You guys got a serpentine.
Yeah, we know.
All right.
So I want someone to take the serpentine path one square at a time.
Well, Esmeralda's next in
got me.
line,
Okay.
so
She's gonna
go
go
ahead,
next.
Esmeralda,
Okay.
and we're gonna follow her if she doesn't die.
Okay, so 5, 5. Boom!
Really?
Missed one. Yep,
You were
it's first.
supposed to walk the same way I did.
Oh,
Yep.
We didn't see you because you didn't.
yeah, we didn't see you because you serpentined and we couldn't see your
No,
serpentine.
no.
When he
I-
first went across, there's
When I
a.
first went across, I walked all
He
the way.
failed his first check.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway,
Does
let's
she
see.
go into a cage?
Yeah, and let's see which one she goes into. Okay. Yeah. Oh, what's in that one? Ack, that's the whole dungeon. What's in that room? That cell. Okay, actually, Esmeralda finds herself in a cell, and again, the water's about 5 feet, so she's able to get up out of it. She actually sees something glowing on the floor of the cell. It looks like it's
Nice.
the shape of a sword.
Oh,
Well, this is handy.
she reaches for it.
Okay. She reaches down into the water and grasps something that definitely feels like a short sword. And as she touches it, she hears a voice in her head say, "What is your purpose?"
42
Give it to
years.
Edrin.
To destroy Strahd.
All right. At that, you feel kind of this emotion of, how do I want to say it? Alignment, if you will, in terms of your goals. And yeah, it's actually a non-named but sentient magical short sword.
Nice.
Huh.
Do you want it, Edrin? Because she already
No.
has 2 magic weapons.
I would love a magic weapon.
So
Fist.
It basically
Not
glows.
magic.
You're gonna have to attune with it over a short rest to get all
Yeah.
the properties. But at the present, at the very least, you know it's magical. It shines bright light out to a 15-foot radius, and dim light for another 15.
all right. Can she roll? Can she get out of this place?
I can
Actually, I'm sorry. What is Esmeralda's alignment?
What do you need it to be? Chaotic good.
Okay.
Chaotic good.
Okay. She gets the sense that she would not be able to attune to it.
Okay. That's fine.
She could use it as
Still
a
gotta take it though.
yeah. She could use it as a weapon, but she may not be granted any of the. She wouldn't be able to tune to it and get any of the other properties.
Okay.
Well, she yells for help. I'll go punch her way out.
Yeah, she actually was in teleported into that cell. So you snake your way back over there and punch her out of the cell. And
Gonna hand me that sword there, Tim?
Yeah, when she gets back, she will hand it over.
okay,
Sweet.
what is
Magic
your
sword.
what is your alignment, Edrin?
Awful good.
Oh, how perfect! You are able to attune to it, and I'll give you the details on your next short rest. But you basically sense that it is a lawful good sentient short sword. It's got tons of abilities that it promises to tell you all about later when you have more of a chance.
My question is, did she say there was a bunch of undead in here?
Yes, there are, or there were.
Maybe we should take a short rest so I can attune to it so that we can see if it's going to help us.
We could look in these other cells as well.
Yeah, it would basically, you'd be able to do that over the period of the next short rest, and it wouldn't necessarily, unless you triggered something like another trap or something like that.
Right.
Well,
No
I would
guarantees.
attune. You guys can hang out and check out cells if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
So while they're scrabbling through the other cells, you can determine that this is a +1 short sword.
Okay.
It's got an intelligence of 11, wisdom of 13.
Hang on. Okay. Plus 1. Intelligence of 11.
You know what? Hang on. I can make it so I can just copy and paste this.
Oh yeah.
That'd be even better.
Yes. Let me see if that copied it. No, of course it didn't. Heck.
You send a screenshot to me via email.
Do a Vulcan mind meld.
Vulcan mind meld. You do that through a camera.
That'd be awesome.
I should be able to copy this. Hang on. I'm sorry. Bear with me on this.
It's okay. You're giving me a magic sword. Take as much time as you got as you want.
Yeah.
Oh, why can't I edit this?
Might as well copy and paste all the other magic weapons we're gonna find.
While you're at it, you can add abilities to it as well. Take as much time as you want.
All right, I haven't a clue as to why this isn't working. It's fucking fantasy grounds. Oh, wait. Hang on. I may have entered this in Roll20. Here we go. Yep, here we go. Found it. Okay. This should work.
There we go.
It's hearing and normal vision.
Oh,
In 1 minute. I need a minute, it says.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I thought short rest. Okay, never mind.
What's Crusader's Mantle?
Crusader's Mantle. That is a good question.
Let's see. Look it up. Holy power radiates with a 30-foot radius, awakening boldness in friendly creatures. Until the spell ends, the aura moves with you, centered on you. While the aura within the aura, each non-hostile creature in the area, including you, deals an extra 1d4 radiant damage when it hits with an attack. So
Nice.
everybody within 30 feet of you for up to a minute
That'll definitely help with undead.
does 1d4 extra radiant damage. Cool.
That doesn't suck.
No more complaining about lack of treasure.
Except me.
Okay.
I get nothing from that.
Well, so if you're while he's attuning to this weapon, the rest of you guys search the cells, and I'm just gonna. It doesn't really matter which is which. So I'm gonna say. So when one of the cells you see you find scattered across the floor has 3,000 electrum pieces, again with the profiled visage of Strahd von Zarovich stamped upon them.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's empty. There's another one with 300 platinum pieces in it.
ooh, nice. I'll take those.
I'll take some.
Oh, you want some too? Okay.
I'll take 10. You can have the other 290.
You find another corpse in one of these cells that he's got a sheathed non-magical longsword, 2 belt pouches, one of which has 5 gemstones.
I'll take the belt pouches.
Okay, so one of them has 5 gemstones worth 50 gold each.
You can fill those with your newfound platinum pieces.
Right.
And I'm just going to shorthand this because you would have taken a short rest anyway. The other pouch has a potion of heroism.
So can you I'm typing the gems. What were they again?
5 50 gold piece gems.
Okay.
And a potion of heroism. Alright, that one's empty. That one's empty.
Who wants the potion of heroism? It's just 10 temporary HP.
Clytus or me?
Yeah, you guys can have it.
You want it?
And it'll give you the
You only
bless
got a
spell.
12 constitution. It's up to you, man. I got 59 hit points. How many do you got when you're full?
When I'm full, 62.
I don't care.
Now
So
there's,
what is this? What is this?
Gives you 10 temporary hit points.
Okay.
It's a potion of heroism, so it gives you 10 temporary hit points and bless.
I have heroism as a spell too. Alright.
Yeah.
I'll take it, sure. Potion of heroism.
and another cell has the remains of a dwarf fighter, but his plate mail armor's all rusted. There is a usable non-magical battle axe as well. That's empty. There's another cell that's got a bunch of coins, 2,100 electrum pieces.
So, how much are electrum pieces?
They're each
Half a gold,
Yeah.
right?
yeah. It's an electrum is half a gold.
Okay.
Blah 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 blah. That's crap. That's the stupid dungeon again. Empty. Blah 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 blah. There's another skeleton. Looks like might have been at one point been a wizard, but he doesn't have any stuff on him. You can see there's puncture marks from vampire fangs visible on his neck. But he definitely looks dead, not undead.
Undead.
And then finally, you find another prisoner. Pounded into the roof of this cell is a rusted iron pulley, strung through which is a rope that is tied to one of the crossbeams of the barred door. Dangling upside down from the pulley is a man, flabby and stout of build, in tight-fitting leather armor. His boots are bound with rope just below the pulley. His fleshy hands are tied behind his back, and his head is underwater. He isn't moving. So it's basically a dead corpse that got hung upside down with his head underwater to see how long he could stay alive.
Wasn't long enough, evidently.
Well, actually, no. He was. It looks like he was probably trying to keep his head above water. Like he could have twisted around, and Strahd
Right.
probably wanted to see how long he could keep his head above the water before his strength gave out and he drowned. Anyway, he's dead, and on the beneath the hanging corpse is a smashed lyre. And that's
a
it.
bard. Like
Yeah, it looks like he's probably a bard at some sort.
I say a prayer over each of the bodies as we find them and whatnot.
I'm gonna cut that guy down.
Yeah.
And try to arrange
Well-
his body in a more, I don't know,
Better position.
honorable position.
Okay, so I think rather than get into another combat session, and we're about 9 o'clock, I think we're going to end it here. But so if you guys want to just position yourself in the cells, and assuming you've got the skull with you,
I assume we're not gonna do much dancing with that skull.
yeah, probably not.
Do we want to rest up before our next big encounter?
Well, it's basically you've come to a short. You were taking a short rest, correct?
All right.
Right.
Sure.
Okay.
I still have a lot of spells left, so.
Okay.
Yeah, and Esmeralda says that.
All my key points.
I still have a big can of whoop ass.
Yeah, Esmeralda says that the exit to the teleporter is just above that alcove that you just spotted when you looked in the room.
Okay.
So we'll end it here, and let's see. Schedule-wise, looks like we're again scheduled in 3 weeks. I should be. That's the 30th. Is that going to work for everybody? That's the week after Thanksgiving.
Works for me.
Yeah.
As of right now, I think I'm good.
Cool.
Should be good.
And Paul, I know you had your kickoff scheduled for your campaign on the 28th. Is that right? Still on?
Yep. So
Should be
going.
good as well.
So I'll be looking forward to that. But all right, thanks a lot, guys. Good session.
Thanks,
Good to finally play
Hey
again.
guys. All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
See ya.
Talk to you guys later.
Bye.